We're about ready to roll into the second moto of this 450C class. Again, this is the class that we talk about not really knowing the true abilities of Jimmy Albertson, talking about when he first came to Loretta Lynn's. He won a C-class championship, and a lot of folks recognizing who he was, but he quickly made a name for himself. Gates down on this one, and racing action underway as we roll into the Bell Helmets first turn and the Bell Hole Shot Award. Oh, carnage coming out of that, going into the Bell Forest there, as we got several bikes getting crossed up and stuck together out there. They're going to get them all worked out, and right now it is the 43 Yamaha Travis Kaiser from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, grabbing the early lead in this one. He picks up the $100 Bell Helmets Hole Shot Award as well. He has also picked up an early lead and a lot of stiff competition. Out of the 73, a Moto 1 winner, Adam Johnson. Johnson getting off to a great start here in the second moto, trying to work his way into the #1 spot. He's still drag racing as they roll into Storyland now for that #1 spot, and through the backside of Storyland, getting ready to head toward the Suzuki Waterworks section. Adam Johnson side by side with Travis Kaiser. Kaiser, though, gets a much better drive coming out of that turn past the Waterworks. Let's see what happens to this little chicane as we head to Rocky.
Hey, we had some folks that picked up the wrong bag over at the mechanics area. If you were in the mechanics area during the Super Mini class and you had the little red bag, the Rocky Mountain ATV MC bag that you had placed there, we had two riders or mechanics switch bags. So we need you to bring that bag back to the MX Sports office. If you picked up the wrong bag, which you need to look and see if you're down there during the Super Mini class, you picked up one of those Rocky Mountain ATV MC bags. Well, we had a couple of guys come up saying you picked up the wrong one. They need their bag back. So please return that to the MX Sports trailer. Take a look at the bag, make sure it is your bag, and if it isn't, please take it back to the the MX Sports trailer.
25th place in Moto #1, and at the end of lap #1 of Moto 2, a heated battle, and whoa, he just lost the lead to Adam Johnson, as he will get credit for the first lap led here in the 450C class. Kaiser will look at a second place in lap #1 as he led it right down to the final inches. Mad Hannah, the #13, is third. Wesley Allen, #50, in fourth. Mason Meyer in fifth. Devon Bates, he's running in the #6 spot aboard the 98. Angelo Molina, the 52, is seventh. Eighth, Matthew Kretzler, the 53 machine. Dakota McKay, the 96, in ninth. And Smith Foster rounds out your top 10. Then Reese Dominguez in the #11 spot. Hunter Mashburn is 12th. It looks like Matthew Messazaros in the #13 spot. Hunter McCall in 14th. Nathan Barnes is 15th. Parker Larson in 16th. Tristan Powell 17th. Randy Ramirez in 18th. Dominic Teneri in 19th. And Thomas Jones rounding out your top 10. Looks like some of our top 10 riders spread out a little bit through that top 20 in the early running of this race. But up front right now, it is all Adam Johnson, and all he is worried about is taking Moto wins. But he's got company coming in now, it looks like, from a new second place ride, that #50 machine, Wesley Allen, who is up from fourth now into a second place position as he is around Kaiser, and he is reeling in Johnson for the #1 spot. We take a look at Wesley Allen's first Moto finish. He had a second place position finish on the FXR Pro Taper Matrix back machine, and he is wanting to do some better than that. Well, one better than that, and that is the win. And he has got himself in position early in the race here as Johnson finds himself under fire here on lap #2. Keeping an eye as well on the 13 machine. Matt Hannah out of Fairplay, Missouri. He took a 9th place finish in Moto 1. He's currently holding on to a top 5 position as they roll through the final turns here on lap #2. And it is still Johnson out front. Here comes Wesley Allen in the #2 spot. The #3 spot, the 43 Hole Shot Award winner Travis Kaiser. Again, 25th in Moto 1. So anything he can do better than that, and running up here right now has got to be making him feel like the trip to Loretta Lynn's was much more worth it now than it was after that first moto. So Kaiser still in third, but he's under pressure from Devon Bates. Bates has gotten around Matt Hanna. Hanna drops to the 5th place position, the 98 machine. Bates took a 5th place finish in Moto 1, currently running 4th on his Husqvarna. Angelo Molina, the 52, is 6th. Mason Meyer in 7th. Dakota McKay in 8th. Smith Foster in 9th. And Reese Dominguez rounding out your top 10. But right here's where all eyes are watching the 13 machine of Matt Hanna and the 43 machine of Travis Kaiser, and Devon Bates, I believe, in amongst this battle as well, as we've got 3 now, could be 4 riders, and we can throw Angelo Molina quite possibly into this mix for a battle for that 3rd place position right now, as Adam Johnson and Wesley Allen try to stretch things out up front. Travis Kaiser now under pressure from Hammond on the backside of Storyland. Hannah's going to have a story to tell, as will Kaiser, it looks like, as he's able to fire right back as they go under the Suzuki banner and toward the Waterworks station. Past Waterworks we go now. A handful of throttle, and these riders will jump head first into that Big Thor Sandy sweeper turn. And it is turning into a rhythm section. Lap after lap, it's getting bigger and more challenging, and the rhythms are starting to actually create some pretty good racing. So as this track develops throughout the course of this day, it has changed and brought about several different likelihoods, it looks like, and at the same time, everything that is brought, it has created even better racing for us throughout this race day. Wow, Hanna is finally, maybe he has not. Here we come to the finish line. They're drag racing past the finish line in front of the announcer's tower. So Adam Johnson is still your leader, I believe, out there. Wesley Allen in 2nd. And believe it or not, that race had dropped back a few positions because Angelo Molina slipped through, when I wasn't looking, up to a 3rd place position. So that's Hanna now in 4th place. Bates is 5th. So Kaiser has dropped all the way back to 6th place at the end of the lap. Mason Meyer in 7th. Matthew Kretzler is 8th. Reese Dominguez is 9th. He moves up 1. Dakota McKay is 10th. Hunter McCall is 11th. Smith Foster in 12th. Nathan Barnes 13th. Parker Larson 14th. Hunter Mashburn rounds out your top 15. Then Dominic Teneri in 16th, Tristan Powell 17th, Gage Swanson 18th, Matthew Zaros in the number 19 spot, and Chris Gregg, the 72, rounding out your top 20. 8 minutes into this race now as we turn our attention back to some battling up front here in this 450C class. We're once again out in the Storyland region of this racetrack. So we're watching Johnson, Allen, and Angelo Molina as they have tightened things up. We had pointed out that Allen moving up into that number 2 position. He'd finished 2nd in the first moto. It actually looked like on that first couple of laps that we might see Allen trying to make that pass, and it pulled up beside Johnson a couple of times, but he answered back each and every time. The gap at about 2.5 seconds when they came through the finish line. So we'll see what's going on there now as these guys continue to go. Angelo Molina and Matt Hanna, they are locked up now in the 3rd and 4th place positions. Devon Bates is not far off that pace, but he's got Travis Kaiser not far behind him as well. Kaiser better watch out, though, for the rider behind him, the 32 of Mason Meyer. And things have started to sort out a little bit more as we get into the meat of this moto. Now 9 minutes working on 10 minutes. Johnson and Allen now are seeing a 2.5 second deficit between the two. Molina, 10 seconds back to him in 3rd. Devon Bates is another couple seconds back in the 4th place position. Mason Meyer rounds out your top 5. Kretzler now drops to 6th place aboard that 53 machine. Fast lap, Adam Johnson, the 73, a 2:08.838. And for these 450cc novice class riders, Wesley Allen also 2:08.898 is his fastest lap. He's 6/100ths of a second off pace of Adam Johnson's fastest lap. So we know we've got a fairly evenly matched 450C class out here with us this afternoon. So as tight as things were a lap ago up front, they have started to settle down. Riders in the first and second place positions in the 2:08, just under the 2:09 range. 2:11s for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth place rides. So if you're not running at least a 2:11 right now, you are not in contention for what's going on in the top 10 for this 450C class right now. Keeping an eye out back there in 15th place, one rider that appears to be on the move, trying to make some moves up through there. Watch for Gage Swanson. He was 15th place last time around. Chances are we could see him up to 12th, maybe pushing for 11th or even 10th, as those riders from now looks like 8th place, 9th place, 10th place, 11th, 12th, and 13th are very, very tightly knit together. Less than a second in between each position. The 2-lap board is out as we have less than 2 to go for your leader, Adam Johnson, the 73 now, and he is not out of the water yet. A 2:10.5 that time around. A full 1.2 seconds faster for Wesley Allen draws him to 1.3 seconds behind at the finish line. As they head through the Bell Moto Forest now, we have to wonder if these short chutes are going to tell a tale of a different ending to this race than what it's looking like right now. The drag race to the Cometic Bowl turn. A hard right-hand turn will then take us into the GoPro 10 Commandments. What will happen here? Adam Johnson in first, but not by much, as Wesley Allen's got the inside line. But good momentum for Adam Johnson, will maintain the #1 position, and likely right there might have given him the breathing room that he was going to be looking for to carry this one on home to the checkers. No mistakes, nothing to slow him down unless he runs into a lapped rider here. He's going to have to keep that hammer down, because every time it looks like Johnson may have a little breathing room, Wesley Allen all of a sudden puts the squeeze on and tries to make the air a little thinner, and that's exactly what's going on as they exit the Waterworks area, now into the Rocky Mountain sweeper turn. The big sandy sweepers as we go now to the heart of Loretta Lynn's race course. We're drag racing now to the white flag in this battle for the first place position. Adam Johnson on the 73, Wesley Allen on the number 50. Over the step up there and in over the camelbacks into the Thor Beach area. And look at this, less than a bike length separating as they head toward the final turn, and Allen has a line on the inside last turn. Will it be enough? Cutting across right in front of him, shut his line down. The 73 of Johnson taking a white flag, and one more to go. This one's so much tighter than it was only a lap ago at 1.3 seconds, now 0.8 of a second. It was Johnson with a 2:08.9, a 2:08.4 for Wesley Allen. Will that be enough to make the pass on Johnson? Can he push him into that mistake? As you see Allen slamming off that wall, coming around the billboard turn. He's trying to keep the momentum, the speed up, and trying to keep that momentum alive. Meanwhile, while he's searching for different lines, Adam Johnson's riding his race, trying to stretch this one out here in these closing moments. Johnson pushing hard toward the Cometic Gaskets Bowl turn. And still with that comfort zone that he was able to amass right there coming out of the billboard section alone, and down goes your leader. Johnson goes down, and we got a new leader now, and he's got only 15 seconds to try to regain composure here, or he will drop this to the number 3 spot. What a heartbreaker as he is stuck exiting that the GoPro 10 Commandments there. What a heartbreaker, and there, I believe, goes the 3rd and 4th place rides of Devon Bates and Angelo Molina. Matthew Kretzler going by as well, and will Mason Meyer get by? But man, what a heartbreak there, as he could not get that machine off of that split lane, And that opens the door up for an easy cruise home to victory, setting him up for a national championship title for Wesley Allen on board the number 50 Yamaha. Closing moments of this race as he drops into the heart of this race course for the first time all by himself. Without having to push, without being pushed, Wesley Allen taking it to the checkers here in Moto 2 of the 450C class. We wait with bated breath to find out how the rest of this field will turn out, as Allen will be heading down to talk to Kevin Kelly. And I'm sure he is not only excited, but a lot of energy expelled in that battle as he makes his way to the center of the box there, where he has worked so hard to get over the course of the last year of racing. Second place will go to Devon Bates. Angelo Molina will take the number 3 spot aboard the 52. Mason Meyer in 4th. And we wait to see where Adam Johnson will end up in this one. Kretzler will take the number 5 spot. Nathan Barnes in 6th. Greg Swanson, the number 12 in 7th. Hunter McCall in 8th. As we watch the replay on Racer TV, the bike just simply slid out. He leaned over too far, washed out. He went down and just stuck the bike up on the inside of that split lane himself. Took himself completely out of it, and that's a hard pill to swallow, I'm sure, as he goes back and watches that, and we see it one more time. Just a little bit of a small mistake takes him away from the win and hands it to the 50 of Wesley Allen. Matthew Kretzler, good ride for that rider again as he picked up a 5th place position. You can see he's trying to hydrate himself here. Nathan Barnes is 6th, 7th. Greg Swanson McCall in 8th. Matt Hanna is, wow, Hanna drops back to 9th, and Tristan Powell rounds out your top 10. Still not seeing where our Moto 1 winner actually ended up here. We end up in the middle of the box with our Moto 2 winner and Kevin Kelly at the Race Tech podium.
Yeah, we are down here with the 450C, I believe, is what we're looking at here. The number 50 of Wesley Allen pulls down the win. Folks, let's hear it for Wesley Allen. A great ride for Wesley Allen. Hey, Wesley, we need some riders for the Motocross to Nations. Can't get any of our normal guys to go. Are you interested in going racing for Team America?
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right, we're going to have to wait a couple years, but we may have to call to you, so I just kind of wanted to put you on notice. We may need you for the Motocross to Nations. Talk about this race, though. Dude, you had some heat from Adam Johnson, but you were able to shake him there.
Yeah, I got out to an all right start, and he's a good starter, so he got out front, and then I just followed him for the whole race, and unfortunately he went down in the last lap.
A lot of excitement. Rodney Tomlin almost jumped out of the tower whenever that was all going down. Thank goodness he didn't have to do that. Great work. Who would you like to thank for getting you up here?
Real Deal Max Training Facility, FXR, Twitty's Tree Service, Matrix Concepts, Twin Air, and Pro Taper and Fusion Graphics.
How about it for your first place rider right here? It's Wesley Allen. Good work, Wesley Allen. Take a swig of that. You earned it. We'll bring up our second place rider, the number 98 of Devon Bates. Come on up here. Put your hands together for Devon Bates, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever Devon may be. There he is, getting things all situated. A traditional hot moto here now. Things have definitely heated up. Devon, come on up here. Let's talk about the moto. You always seem to find yourself, hop around the front of the bike for me, bud. You always seem to find yourself up here on the podium. Smart decisions out there on the racetrack. Second place finish. Where are you looking at in the championship?
Honestly, I'm not too sure with going with the 5.2, but all I can do is get a good start next moto and hopefully get out front and see what happens behind me.
The heat, is this kind of what you're expecting out? A little bit warmer today?
Yeah, it's definitely warm, especially yesterday and today, but hopefully the Vegas heat comes into play with me.
There you go. So you're used to this. Who do you want to thank?
My mom and dad, my mechanic Kyle, 60 X Brand, Mika Meadows, Moto Cuts, Alice Racing, Recluse Clutches, Rhino Power, Moto Seat, and everyone else. Thank you.
There he is, Devon Bates. Good enough for second place in that moto. He's still in the hunt. 5.2 moto scores. We'll bring up our third place rider if you want to make your way on up here. All right, we're going to say hello to Angelo Molina. Come on over here. We'll stand in front of the bike here. Let's hear it for Angelo Molina, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that little smile, Angelo. You look like you're pretty stoked on this ride. Third place finish. Did you expect to be on the box here?
Yeah, I was hoping to. It was just get a start and get it done.
Did you have fun out there?
Oh, yeah.
Now, where are you from, Angelo?
Michigan.
Michigan. So the heat's pretty good up there, too. Pretty good bit of humidity up there as well.
Been running a sweatshirt.
There you go. So he's all ready. Well, you don't have to run it now, man. You run these nice air-cooled jerseys you got here. Who do you want to thank, Angelo?
I want to thank Thor, Uri, my mom and dad, God, for keeping me safe. Garnet, EVS for supporting me. They just redid all my knee braces and everything. It was pretty cool. X-Brand, everybody at home watching, Elusive, and everybody else. Thank you.
Great work. Let's hear it for Angelo Molina and the rest of the gang in that C class as we get ready to go with, it looks like, some 65cc action. We got our whole shot award winner. He's going to make his way up here. Let's give that big old check there. We got Travis Kaiser. Travis got the whole shot. He's $100 richer. The Bell Helmets whole shot. Travis, come on over here and let them snap a couple of photos of you. Hey, Travis, who do you want to thank for helping you get that Bell Helmets whole shot?
My mom, my dad, and everyone else who came to support me. Garnet, Alias, 84 Lumber, and Matt's Cycle Shop.
Great work. Congratulations. Travis Kaiser with that Bell Helmets whole shot.